I gotta give a quick shout out to everybody that's been showing me love and support, whether it's through the comment section, you know, y'all smashing the like button, Instagram DMs, messages, or shout outs on Discord, especially like the cook group I'm in. They were kind of gassing me up last night, so thank you all for that. You influenced me to make these videos on a weekly or daily basis, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the fans. So when I first heard rumors of the Supreme / the North Face / S logo collaboration at the beginning of the season, I was so excited, mainly because I love the S logo. If you've watched my videos, you know that I'm always wearing an S logo cap, probably 75 or 80% of the time. I just really like the logo. I think it's a lot more low-key. It's not as obnoxious as like the camp caps that have the like fat Supreme logo across the top. Even though I like this hat as well, I definitely prefer the S logo hats just because they look cleaner in my opinion. So when I heard they were putting that on a North Face collaboration, I was even more excited because the North Face collaborations are definitely my favorite every single season. They're just always unique in my opinion, and they have some really cool designs. And also, I just love like the North Face jackets. I think it's a good investment in money because you can put $300 or $400 into a jacket like this, especially if you can get it for retail. And these will last you several years. You don't have to worry about it like getting stained or dirty because they're designed to, you know, withstand those conditions. That's one of the reasons why I got rid of my box logo t-shirt, because it was worth $300 or $400, and I knew that, you know, if I was gobbling on like glizzy one day and some ketchup spilt on it, that $300 or $400 shirt was going to be worth like $60, so had to get rid of it. And this thing, you can gobble as many glizzies as you want, and the value is still going to be there. So that's why I love the North Face collaboration. So just super wearable, super durable. So when I found out that they're putting my favorite, you know, logo design on my favorite collaboration, I was so excited. And then this morning, man, Supreme is capping. They were just capping with these designs.
No, no, no.
I don't know who is in charge of these designs. The mock-up, you know, it had a cute little small S logo on the chest. Super simple design. I would have copped it. But no, they just had to blow that shit up as big as they could. And it just looks terrible on the jackets, in my opinion. And it's not even the fact that it's like super big. It's also the fact that they put it on the front and the back of the jackets. I just don't know what Supreme was thinking. I don't really like the design. And I really don't understand the thought process of them blowing up the S logo, because the S logo is supposed to be like a more minimalistic design, very low key, but instead they made it as big as they could. So I really don't know why they did that. So let's go through all these, you know, Supreme the North Face items very quickly, give my resale and retail estimates and, you know, what I think about them. So starting off with the shoulder bag, these are a terrible bag in my opinion. They don't look that great. I don't think they're going to resell. Retail should be around $60 to $80. They remind me of the RTG ones. I think those are even better than this one, and even those are breaking on the market, so I would stay away from these. You're going to have to hold them for a long time to turn any profit, so go for something else this week. Next we have the mitts, and I'm a big mitt person. Like when I go snowboarding, I like to have mitts. I think it keeps my hands warmer than gloves do, and also it just keeps my hands drier in my opinion. So I like the, you know, the mitt design, but again, these just look terrible with that big ass S all over them. Now, do I think it's going to resell? Probably not. They're going to be around $80 to $100. I'm not even sure if they're Gore-Tex, so the fact that you're paying that much money for gloves and they're not even Gore-Tex, that's a scam in my opinion. You can get Carhartt gloves for like 20 or 30 bucks that look as good as these, and they're going to perform better. So again, I really wouldn't go for the mitts. We don't get a lot of Supreme mitts, so you know that could change up the market and make these more valuable. But honestly, I think there's better things to go for. Next we have the sleeping bag, and this is a pretty unique piece. This is probably one of my favorite pieces from the collaboration, mainly because I don't even think Supreme's ever done a sleeping bag. I did some research, and these sleeping bags usually go for around $140 to $150. So I could see Supreme taxing on this and charging anywhere from $200 to $300. This piece reminds me a lot of the Eno they did, and they were absolutely taxing on that piece. They charged like $188 for an Eno, and if you don't know, those hammocks usually only cost like 60 or 70 bucks, so they were absolutely taxing on that. They're probably going to absolutely tax on this. And also, I think that these bags are going to perform very similar to the Eno, and that thing is bricking. I just don't think there's a lot of, hype or like market for this piece, because if you think about it, Supreme is for hype beasts. And when's the last time you saw a hype beast, camping out in the woods? It's a very, very small market. The best colorway is definitely the black one. Don't cop the green one if you're going camping, because I feel like, that bright ass color is going to attract some bears, and you are going to be lunch to them if they see you cuddled up in that bright green sleeping bag. Next we have the backpack, and this is honestly probably one of the, better items that are going to guarantee you profit over time. If you look at all Supreme, the North Face backpacks, they pretty much all do really well. Even the RTG ones from last season, those are all doing like, at least the black colorway is doing 60 or 70 over retail, I think, which is pretty good in my opinion, because that was only like a few months ago. So if you get one of these, especially in that black or red colorway, I think within a year you're going to make $100 profit, and within a few months you can definitely turn 50 or 60 bucks, maybe even more, because again, we haven't seen a design like this. I just wish they had made the S logo a little bit smaller. If they had just had like a small S logo embroidered above that North Face Supreme patch, I think it would have looked way, way cleaner in my opinion. So yeah, those are kind of all the other items of this collaboration. Again, the best one to go for is the backpack in my opinion. And if you're going to go for any of these accessories, go for the black colorway. You'll thank me later. Now let's go a little bit more in depth on all these jackets. Again, I really don't like how they put the S logo on the front and the back, except for the fleece jacket. But starting with the Himalayan parka, I see this retailing anywhere from $400 to like $550. I'm not really sure how much the Baltoros go for, but this reminds me of the Baltoro. It's a little bit, of a lighter version of it. It doesn't have the poofiness of the Baltoro, but I do like the jacket that they used. But again, I really don't like that design. Black colorway, don't sleep on it. The best size to go for manually, I think, is size large. Don't even bother going for a size small. They're impossible. You're going to have to get super lucky on a restock. You're probably going to get cart declined in my opinion, but if you're persistent with it, if you keep it in your cart and you just spam that checkout button, you should be able to get through. That's how I got this jacket, but that's besides the point. The green colorway is probably going to be the easiest to go for, so if you really want one for the personal and you don't care about the colorway, the green is definitely the way to go. But yeah, I see these reselling anywhere from $500 to $550 day one. Honestly, the North Face market is kind of in the same position as the box logos. They're a little bit on the decline, mainly because Supreme pushes so many of these collaborations out. And also, a lot of people are broke right now. They're not trying to spend $400 to $500 on a jacket, especially if they already own one. There's no real point in, trying to collect all of them unless you really want to. It's not a necessity, so that's why I think the market is dying. But yeah, I could see you making around 50 bucks day one off these. It's not a lot of profit, to be honest, but like if you hold on to it, some of these jackets have the potential to reach, very, very, very high values in the future. I mean, if you look at some of the jackets from 5 years ago, they're pretty much all above like $1,000, even like the very ugly ones. So keep that in mind. If you can hold these for the long term, you're going to make a lot of money. Next, we have the mountain jacket. This is probably going to retail for $398. I don't see it being any higher than that. I don't see it being any lower. Best colorway again is the black one. This is just your simple mountain parka that Supreme pushes out every single season. I'm not really sure how these are going to do. Usually the parkas that have the all over prints do very, very well. But even like the Statue of Liberty one isn't doing that great in my opinion. Best of size to go for again, large or XL. Don't bother with size small. You're going to be crying when you take an L. I see these reselling from $450 to $550 depending on the size and colorway. The green is definitely going to brick, so stay away from that. And then lastly, we have the hooded fleece jacket, and that's the piece I'm most excited for, mainly because we don't get a lot of hooded fleeces from Supreme, and most of the time when we do get a fleece from Supreme the North Face, it's the same ugly ass silhouette every single time, and pretty much every single time that design bricks. Don't even bother looking at the RTG prices from last season, because I can tell you that you're losing money on them. Not as much money as if you had bought that Jacob & Co. watch, but you're really not making that much money from the fleeces. However, I do think that these ones could perform well depending on the retail price. So let's say Supreme charges less than $250. If they charge $228 for this piece, I'm definitely copping. And I could see it reselling for $350 to 400 right off the bat. I just sold the Color Blocks reverse one on Grailed for $3.90. I took so many fees from them because they're absolutely capping on fees. I see this fleece jacket performing very similar to that Color Blocked one, maybe a little bit better, but I really don't see people paying more than $400 for this type of fleece jacket. So if Supreme is capping and they charge like $328 for this, then I really don't see it reselling, at least right away. You can probably break even, but even that is a risk because you're gonna have to go for like a size medium to cop one of these, in my opinion. At least that's my game plan. So that's pretty much what I think of this drop. I wanted to film some other stuff for my day, but I kind of rambled on a lot about this collaboration, so I'm probably just gonna cut the video short and save some of the vlog material for another video later this week. So thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like the video if you haven't and you enjoyed it. Definitely, you know, follow my Instagram, nicknoodlesyt. I don't know if I'm going to make a full dropless review this week, so definitely follow my Instagram because I will be talking about some of the items that released from the lookbook later this week. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.